Hi guys, and welcome to my first video. I thought for today's topic we would talk about productivity, which is something that probably most of us struggle with. I know I definitely struggle with it. Every time I look up how to be productive or how to master productivity on YouTube or on Google, I find these articles and videos where people are just, it's like they're superhuman. So it'll be people waking up at 4 or 5 a.m. every day, they make their smoothie, they exercise, I don't know, like, it's stuff that I would just never do. So I thought maybe I should make a video that's a bit more realistic. I thought today I would give you my tips with what I've learned on how to be more productive. And yeah, hopefully these can be useful for you. So the first thing you can do to be more productive is to make a good to-do list. I know this sounds so simple, but it just changes everything. What I've done before in the past is make a to-do list of maybe 30 things or maybe even 40 things that I want to get done that week. It's impossible, honestly, and even just looking at my to-do list makes me want to tear up the list. It's just so unmotivating having that many things to do. One of the best pieces of advice I can give you is to keep your to-do list short. So something I've been doing recently in the last maybe month or so is to have 3 or 4 things to do on my to-do list. The first thing on my list for the day will be the most important thing, the thing that I shouldn't complete the day without doing. So at least if I don't manage to do the other things on the list, at least I've done the most important thing. And then the other maybe 3 or 4 things on the list will be smaller tasks that are less important. And if I really don't get them done, I can just roll them over to the next day. Every time I look at my list, I know it's achievable. I know it's something I can get done in the day. And that really makes a big difference with your productivity. The second thing I wanted to talk about was having a good working space. It helps so much. I went a bit crazy during the lockdown period, which was also when I had my exams, and I ended up buying like 4 cushions, a bean bag, and like a kind of bohemian style rug to go in my room because I thought it would help me. It didn't really, but it's fine. But having a good working space is still really important. What I think is best is to separate where you sleep, where you kind of chill, watch TV, and where you work. Because if you're anything like me and you try and study in bed, you know how difficult it is. You know it's impossible. You do work for maybe 20 minutes or so, you feel yourself kind of drifting off to sleep and you're like, oh, I can just have a 10-minute nap. It's fine. 10 minutes, it won't hurt. Then you wake up 4 hours later and you just decide to write off the day. It happens every single time. Make sure you're working in a place that's different from where you chill and different from where you sleep. And that way, when you do go to watch TV, you know that you can actually just chill. You don't need to think about work. You don't need to think about your assignment. And the other thing that I started doing really recently with the heatwave in the UK is to work outside. It really helps, guys. The colour green actually increases productivity, so working outside surrounded by nature and obviously like loads of green things really helps because you feel more motivated, you feel happier because you've got all this space rather than being cooped up in the house. So yeah, try working outside if you haven't already. It's definitely a great idea. The third thing that I'd recommend for being more productive is to make your goals achievable. Break them down. For example, if your goal is to learn 5 languages, give it a specific time. When do you want to learn those 5 languages by? A realistic goal would be in, say, 5 years. Then you can say, okay, I'm going to learn 1 language per year. Then give yourself an actual target. What level do you want to get to in these languages? Do you want to be fluent? Do you want to be intermediate? You could give yourself a specific level. For example, I want to reach B1 level in all these languages, or I want to reach B2 level in all these languages. Break it down even further. So you know you want to learn 1 language per year, so that you know 5 in 5 years. How much work do you want to do each week? How much work do you want to do each day? Do you want to spend 1 hour on it, 2 hours on it? The next thing you want to do is plan. How do I want to achieve it? You might plan to read books, you might plan to go through a specific course, you might want to watch a YouTube series. I feel like there's always an aeroplane or a helicopter here. This is probably going to be the theme of my videos. I might as well call it helicopter. So the fourth thing I want to talk about to be more productive is don't compare. Don't compare yourself to others. And guys, trust me, it is so easy to compare. If any of you have LinkedIn, you know what I'm talking about. LinkedIn is full of the most successful group of people ever. The most successful in everything, in grades, in careers, in skills. They speak 6 languages, they have a string of A stars, they have offers from Google, Microsoft, IBM, everything. Sometimes what you need to be more productive is actually limiting the amount of social media you use, because sometimes it has not the effect of motivating you, but the opposite effect of making you feel like, oh, I'm not like this person, I haven't got an offer from IBM, I haven't achieved this by the age of 20 or 21. So one of the things you should do is try not to compare when you can. So guys, I hope this video has been useful for you, and I hope that at least one of the tips has helped. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I've got plenty more content coming every single week, so turn on your notification bell and I'll see you in the next video.